There. Okay, it's recording. Okay, my name is John Kienle. This is National University TED 621A. Going to be teaching a class on nutrition to. This is my third grade class. These are my water polo kids. They're going to simulate my third grade class. Going to try to keep it under 10 minutes. All right. There you go. Okay. So you can sit, I don't know, wherever you want. Okay. All right, class. Today we're going to be learning about how to properly read nutritional facts on a label. Okay. Something that you as water polo players should probably know anyway. I'm going to pass this out. Alright, if each of you guys here, you guys share that. I only made 4. Wasn't sure how many of you are going to be here today. Okay, so how many of you actually read labels when you're buying food?
How do I read? Like actually?
Actually read it and make decisions on what you're buying based on the label. Okay, what do you look for when you read those labels? Nikki, what do you look for?
Sugar.
Sugar. Okay, do we want high amounts of sugar or low amounts of sugar, Bridget?
Low, medium-ish?
Low. Generally low. Alright, so one of the first things you guys look, this is Chef Solu, I think, Solus. I don't know how to pronounce that. Solus. He's going to help us out today. The first thing I want you guys to look at here is the serving size. I think this is where people get most confused when looking at nutritional labels. Okay. Then if you guys want, you can use your phones. You want to pull up something like your favorite food item so you can kind of look at the labels on there. If you don't have your phone, Bridget, that's fine.
No, aren't you supposed to be teaching a third grade class?
You know what, Bridget, relax. Hey, so serving size. This is one of the ones that I think a lot of people get confused on. Okay, it says whenever you get, so say like how many of you guys eat top ramen, for instance? Okay. One thing of top ramen, you look at the nutritional value for top ramen, you think one packet of top ramen is 1 serving. It's actually 2 servings. So when you look in there and you think, oh, all right, that's sodium. That's not so bad. It's only however much, 20% I need in a day. That's all of this is serving size. All of this whole nutritional fact is based on 1 serving size. So when you eat something like top ramen, you got to look at that serving size. It says in that packet. So you see, first thing it says serving size, 1 cup, servings per container. That's the biggest thing you need to look at. Servings per container with something like top ramen is 2 servings, so everything is double there if you eat an entire thing of top ramen. So I think that's one fact. A lot of times I know athletes and other people that don't look at it. I know I didn't look at it until I was taught the right way. Anyway, so let's go through now some of these other things. Calories. Does anyone know what a calorie is? Dylan, do you know what a calorie is?
No.
Anyone want to help him out?
It's a unit of energy measurement from food, how much energy you get from the food.
Exactly, thank you, Evan. Alright, calories. Alright, that is all, as you can see, Chef Solo's here. If you want to look for, you can look at the paper if you need some help. Yes, calorie, that's the amount of energy you get from food, basically. Okay? So when you look through here, that's one of the first things too. Under serving size, you're going to get calories. Now, everyone ever heard about, you're supposed to count your calories. You typically want to have a 2,000 calorie diet. So when you read through here, you know what? That's another thing you need to be looking at when you look at your nutritional labels. I don't know, how many of you were looking up nutritional labels on your phone?
Oh, I looked up ice cream.
You looked up ice cream. You looked up the actual ice cream, okay? I can tell you, yeah, ice cream. Anyway, so we'll just continue. The granola bar, good. What does a granola bar say for calories?
Oh god, it's right. 180.
180, okay? So if you were to make a nutrition guide for yourself and you are gonna plan to have those kind of snacks, you're gonna add that 180 into your 2,000, obviously. 2,000 is what you want to be going. If you're doing more than 2,000, unless you are The Rock and you have a huge body that needs a lot of caloric intake, you're going to generally want to keep yourself at 2,000. All right, for all of you here, you shouldn't be going over 2,000. That's how you're going to put fat on. All right, and so if you look, that's the next one, total fats. Okay, fat is obviously something. Hey, your body needs fat, but do you guys know exactly what fat is? Kinsale, do you want to go to your one?
I wasn't
What you want to know? What is fat? Alright? Fat
It's stored energy.
is,
It's what your
yes,
body can.
exactly. Alright? That's exactly it. That's exactly it. Alright, well, hey, we'll move on. What time is it?
You have 5 minutes left.
5 minutes. All right, we're gonna move on to the activity. Actually, no. Let's see. We'll move on to just last couple things I want you to look for before we get into the activity. Cholesterol and sodium. All right. If you look on the paper there, cholesterol and sodium. You always want those things to be low. Ideally, with sodium, you want to get something that says 5% or less. All right. You take a lot of sodium in your daily, whatever you're eating daily. And that's salt. If you read labels, there's a lot of salt in almost anything you eat. It's easy to reach your daily maximum amount of sodium quickly. You don't want to be going over that. Sodium is going to lead to blood clots. It's going to lead to high blood pressure, which, for you youngins right now, that might not mean a lot. But when you're Coach Steve's age, all right, that's something that matters to you. So it's just good to be getting into a healthy lifestyle now. So sodium, cholesterol, we always want those down. Sugars. Alright, here's the big one that I want to teach about sugars. There's 2 types of sugars. There's natural sugar, there's added sugar. Alright, natural sugars, where do you think those are going to come from? Apples, fruits, exactly. Apples, oranges, those have natural sugars. Those are good sugars, those are good for you. Okay? Added sugars, those are the things, if you go through, read a label, read that label for instance, look at some of the ingredients. Anything that ends in "ose", so there's glucose, lactose. Those two, those are usually natural sugars, all right? But anything else, any other, if it's not glucose, if it's not lactose, you're gonna see all these other different enzomethotose, okay? That's a sweetener, that's artificial sugar, that's the kind of stuff that's bad, all right? That stuff is that's the bad stuff, okay? That's what we wanna stay away from. So what we're gonna do right now, once you guys, you're in pairs, I only printed 2. Oh, I did print 3 of these, good. All right, do you have phones? Do you have a phone? Do you get pictures on that? Maybe not. Can you look up pictures of food labels? Not just food, of a food label. I was gonna bring food for you guys to actually look at. I left it at home, but look up food labels on your phone if you can. All right, so you guys there. If you don't, just use this guy. Use this as one. What you're gonna do, you're gonna compare. All right, you're gonna compare. I'm just gonna look up Lucky Charms. Lucky Charms food label. Do you have 2 minutes? Okay. Anyway, look. I want you to compare 2 labels. So you two, each of you bring up a food label, and I want you two to compare them. If you look on the paper here, it's just going to ask you, look at which one has more sodium, whatnot. Just want you guys to kind of compare your 2 labels together, and then we're going to kind of determine which one is the healthiest. Lucky Charms. Let's call it food label. There it is. There you go, Kyla, if you want to just use that, and then you can use, I don't know what that is.
I got one for Oreos.
Use your, this thing and that thing, fine, you too. Look it over.
How much sodium is that?
What's my time at?
You got a minute and a half.
Minute and a half, okay.
Wow, Lucky Charms is
I got one for Oreos.
What makes this say?
What do you guys find?
Bridget.
I went for
Bridget.
serving.
Twinkie servings. Yeah.
Oreos.
Very, it's like high in calories.
Yes, you see that saturated fat. You always want trans fat is the better fat. Saturated fat, that's just no good for you. That's not doing anything for you.
170.
Um,
Okay, so it would be
Twinkies you don't want.
still.
That's like a once a week you get a Twinkie. That's all that's bad for you.
I can't eat Charles, I can't eat Twinkies.
You've got 45 seconds.
I don't even have to.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no.
All right. Well, all right. Hey. All right. I'll take it. So that was a modified version. My original lesson was 60 minutes long. We had to take. Thank you, Koki. We had to modify it. So had to keep it under 10 minutes. That was the end of the lesson. Thank you very much.